With the Wake Up Newscast, I'm all about honoring and amplifying credible local journalism. Every story in every newscast credits and links back to the original source. Want to go deeper into any story? Just scroll down into the show notes to find the hyperlinked headlines. Okay, on with today's news. Wake up, Asheville! I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Wednesday, February 18th. Governor Stein came to Woodfin yesterday to announce $5.7 million in state grants for 8 flood resilience projects in the French Broad River Basin. Funding will support park improvements, riverbank stabilization, wetland construction, and stormwater upgrades in towns including Woodfin, Clyde, Canton, Black Mountain, and Hendersonville. Haywood County schools will receive $2 million to buy land and move facilities out of flood-prone areas. These projects are part of North Carolina's Flood Resiliency Blueprint, aimed at reducing flood risk and improving recovery. Assistant Secretary of Resilience Kathy Dello said, quote, "Flood resilience is best achieved through thousands of small community-centered projects." Read more about this at Blue Ridge Public Radio. Governor Stein also took advantage of yesterday's visit to appoint 3 Western North Carolina leaders to advise on key issues. Leah Wong Ashburn, owner of Highland Brewing, will join a committee on recovery from Helene, emphasizing small business and infrastructure recovery. Kenyon Lake, an Asheville social worker and nonprofit founder, will advise on juvenile justice and gang prevention, focusing on root causes and community-based solutions. Katrina Buchanan, a mother and medical assistant, will support efforts to improve services for young children with disabilities. These appointments highlight a collaborative approach to important challenges facing the region. Read more about this in the Citizen Times. Several Western North Carolina restaurants flooded by Helene are reopening with new plans. The Delatorre family lost equipment and furniture at both Ole's Guacamole locations in Asheville and Black Mountain. They've reopened the Black Mountain spot and moved Asheville's restaurant to Biltmore Village, another flood-affected area. Nearby, Chemist Spirits faced heavy damage while converting a historic building, but plans to reopen this spring. As one of the co-owners of Chemist Spirits said, "Giving up on something we had already poured so much love into didn't feel like an option." You can read more in the Mountain Express. Democrats are leading the early voting turnout in Buncombe County's primary with over 2,200 ballots cast so far. More unaffiliated voters than Republicans have voted. More than 4,300 people have voted early in total across 11 county locations. The busiest sites are the South Buncombe Branch Library and the Weaverville Community Center. Early voting runs through February 28th. Same-day registration is available at polling sites when voters show photo ID and proof of residence. Primary election day is March 3rd. Read more about this at 828 News Now. And local groups are taking part in tomorrow's National Day of Action. At 10 a.m., the Asheville Fights Back Network and Flair USA are lobbying outside Representative Chuck Edwards' office in Hendersonville. Organizers plan to call on the Republican congressman for a virtually impossible request to support impeaching President Trump and to abolish ICE. Later, a rally in downtown Asheville will focus on defending fair elections. Organizers say they're concerned about federal interference in state election oversight, and they point to recent FBI actions in Georgia. Read more about this at WLOS. Our free newsletter is a quick local news digest, essentially this newscast in written form. Subscribe at wakeupavl.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupavl. And please share this podcast with your Asheville friends. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Asheville.